What is the craziest thing you have ever experienced in your life? I was on a flight when a man suddenly stood up and started yelling at everyone. He was clearly having some kind of breakdown, and his behavior was erratic and frightening. The flight attendants tried to calm him down, but he became more and more agitated. He started shouting about how he was going to take the plane down, and everyone on board was terrified. I was sitting near the front of the plane, and I could see the fear in the eyes of the flight attendants. They were trying to keep the situation under control, but it was clear that they were out of their depth. Then, out of nowhere, a man sitting a few rows behind me stood up and calmly walked over to the guy. He was a big guy, and he looked like he could handle himself. He walked up to the guy, and in a calm, steady voice, he said, "Hey buddy, why don't you sit down and take a deep breath? You're scaring everyone." The guy looked at him, and for a moment I thought he was going to lash out, but then he just sat down and started crying. The big guy sat down next to him and put his arm around him. He talked to him quietly for the rest of the flight, and by the time we landed, the guy was calm and apologetic. The big guy was a retired Marine, and he had seen combat in Iraq and Afghanistan. He knew how to handle a crisis, and he did it with compassion and empathy.